Alright, what's good, everyone? I hope you're all feeling well. Today, I want to present a very nice team that I've been using on the Gen 8 Uber's ladder. It's inspired by a team I did back in Gen 7. Um, I suggest we first check out the Gen 7 version and then we can see the Gen 8 and we can then hop on to do some games. So the team is based around Choice Specs Yveltal, which I think is a really underrated threat on the ladder. Okay, so the Choice Specs Dark Pulse hits really hard and it really doesn't have a lot of switch-ins. Now in Gen 7 maybe it was easier than Gen 8, but I'll get to that later. So with the Mons were Yveltal, Necrozma Duskmane, very important Pokemon. It can check Xerneas, it can check a lot of stuff, puts up Stealth Rock, very bulky, hits very hard even without attack investment. Lunala and Marshadow are here as actually choice revenge killers. So Lunala with the Choice Scarf and the Shadow Shield. So Shadow Shield allows you to, like, if you're full health, to take a very heavy hit and then be able to counter attack with a move. And Marshadow, if your sash is not broken, and then there's a setup sweeper that's in front of you, well, you can just Spectral Thief all the boosts, and then it will prevent you from getting swept. And in bonus, you might even sweep back. Arceus Dragon is here for the defogging. I mean, Arceus is obviously a very solid mon all around. Um, it's here for defog and to spread status. Initially it was Arceus Water because of the typing, but I had a lot of problem against Primal Kyogre and its Thunder, so I switched to the Dragon type. And then Zygarde just as a physical wall, glaring everyone and preventing them from setting up with Dragon Tail. Now the Gen 8 team is a bit different. Um, so Yveltal, Lunala, Marshadow, and Necrozma are the same, with the exception with Necrozma that I swapped Toxic for Earthquake to better counter Zacian Crown, and I swapped the specially defensive investment for defensive investment. Um, because Zacian Crown is on literally every team. Now, since I swapped Zyga and Arceus. Arceus is unusable. It's so I can't use it in Gen 8. So I'm using for now Calm Mind Kyogre. I thought it would be a really bad idea, but it's actually been really effective. So I hope we can see some nice stuff coming from it. And I needed a defogger, so I chose Giratina. I'm not sure it's the right choice, but I mean we're gonna see. So I was able to get to top 500 with this team, so I could show some decent battles. With this team in Gen 7, back in Gen 7, I actually was able to get to rank 13. I hope I can find a screenshot of this, and then I'll show it to you. But for now, we're just gonna test the Gen 8 game, so the Gen 8 team. So without further ado, let's hop onto a battle. Let's hope we can show like Yveltal. Um, we can show Yveltal popping off during some of the games. Okay, so our opponent is running a Shuckle, which will probably be the lead. Galarian Darmanitan is actually a very big threat in Ubers. And obviously we have to be careful of the Zacian Crown. So it's probably going to lead with Shuckle. I think Necrozma is a safe lead here. But you have to keep in mind that you have to keep Necrozma healthy to counter the Zacian. Alright, so he leads with Shuckle. So I don't think we can prevent it from setting up the webs or the rocks. So we're just gonna stun Steel Strike for now. All right, it sets up a web. So web is so when you use this team, you gotta be really careful of keeping stealth rocks off the field. Why? Because if there are stealth rock, you break the shadow shield of Lunala, and you break the sash of Marshadow. So your revenge killing capabilities are really lowered. So so Sticky Web, I mean, it's bad, but it's fine. It's better than Stealth Rock. But I think uh, he's gonna let us kill the Shuckle. Let's just start the timer. And yeah, so my opponent's taking his sweet time. I don't know why. Alright, so we're able to kill the Shuckle, which is really good. Now it means that the rocks are officially off the field for this game. Except if he has them for with Groudon, I don't know. So it swaps to Yveltal. Now, because of Calyrex Shadow and its potency as a threat, every team runs a especially defensive Yveltal. That's why, or not even specially defensive, but just like an Yveltal. I don't know if it's invested in special defense, which makes it harder for our own Yveltal to do a lot of damage. Back in Gen 7 it was really easy. Yveltal won the matchup against all other Yveltal, except if it got knocked off. Anyway, so I've seen that for now the best thing to do is to go to Kyogre against an Yveltal. And now, I mean, I see no resist to Origin Pulse, so I think this is good. Let's hope. I mean, yeah, I don't really see a switch in for our opponent. Mm, Yeah, so it might switch to Groudon, but it still take damage even though there's the sun. Uh, I mean, the worst thing that it can do to us is knockoff, I guess, because Kyogre is very specially bulky, so it doesn't take a lot from any special move. There are talks about, I think the council is gonna suspect test the Dynamax, which I think is a good thing. I don't really like Dynamax. I think I don't know, it's kind of boring and adds a kind of strange dynamic to the game. Uh, it's very strange. Sometimes you're battling and you even forget it exists. So yeah, so our Yveltal just did that. So it just max darkness. So I think yeah. So we pretty much lost our Kyogre. I don't think it's worth it to Dynamax on our own. Let's just Ice Beam. Alright. So I think it's good to switch to our own Yveltal. And actually, if we are able to speed up with Max Airstream, I don't really see how. Oh, actually, let's use the Max Darkness first. This way we can have a special defense drop on the Yveltal, and then Max Airstream will do even more damage. So yeah, so it uses Max Guard, expected. So now, I mean, I don't really see what stops our Yveltal. Okay, so yeah, I think it's just gonna Max Airstream to have a speed boost, because it's our last Dynamax turn. And then, I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So now, well, if we just Oblivion Wing, I think we kill. Pretty sure we kill. The problem is we might want to predict Sashing, so maybe Heat Wave is the play, and it works out for us. And since we have a speed boost, we can Heat Wave again. So I'm really happy about that play, and it really lets us get rid of a big threat. I'm really happy this works out, and so we're even faster. Unless it's no, it can't work. Okay, so we missed the Heat Wave, which is sad, but it's okay. We can still fire another one, and we miss again, which is like, dude, when does this happen? All right. Anyway, yeah, I think we're just gonna go into Necrozma. Right. So let's just set up rocks. Alright, so it uses CC. Rocks lets us hamper the Yveltal, although I think it's gonna switch back anyway. Yeah, so let's just go for the Sunsteel Strike. Maybe using Morning Sun was a better option. But I think we're fine. Alright, so he uses Groudon. I think Giratina is really okay. So he sets up rocks, which is bad. So I think we're forced to defog now, or else we lose like a lot of advantage. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So if he switches back to Yveltal, he might try to taunt us or recover directly because it's afraid of dying. And then if it chooses Roost, it's an opportunity for us to Toxic. So yeah, let's do just that. All right, so we get full Parrot. All right, so at least okay, the Yveltal is Toxic, which is really good. So it's probably gonna taunt us, but I don't think it really matters to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna use Hex. It's probably gonna Roost off the damage. It's really important for me to keep the rocks off the field. Again, as I said, okay, so it's using Roost. It's alright. So okay, we got full Parrot. It's alright. So okay, so we're max speed F, by the way, and it's obviously a very good thing. It lets us tank this. So yeah, we really want to defog. If it wants to taunt us, I mean, he's gonna lose his Yveltal. Alright, uses taunt, and so he's at 5 HP. So yeah, he probably sees. I think he sees how important rocks are to me. But unless the Victini is scarfed, I don't think I have a lot to worry about, since yeah, I think my Lunala can just clean soil. So I think we're good, and we even weaken. No, okay, we don't weaken the Darmanitan, but I don't think it should be a problem. Depending on, so I assume it's going to be choice locked. So depending on what move it's choice locked, like if it's not choice locked on Earthquake or a fire move, I think Necrozma can come in and recover on it because it's full defense. So it uses Icicle Crash, obviously kills us. So he might want to switch to he might want to switch to Groudon. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do is just Morning Sun. Okay, so he's not switching, and we're able to recover. Okay, this is great. This is great. I think we Morning Sun again. Uh, actually, mm, maybe do we Rocks? Let's Rocks, yeah. Let's use Rocks. Probably wants to flinch us, but I think Rocks is the better play. Alright, so puts in Groudon. So, probably wants to use like, I don't know, Fire Move or something. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to sack the Necrozma. I don't think it's an issue. So yeah, we're just gonna Earthquake. Alright, so he switches in Victini, I don't know why. And gets really weakened. So yeah, I think we can switch to Lunala and just safely sweep. So let's okay, it's gonna use the Create. And then we switch to Scarf Lunala. And I see no resist to Moongas Beam. And then if the Groudon, let's say, finishes us, we still have Marshadow in the back or whatever. Really, I don't even think Groudon can kill us. Lunala, I mean, even without the Shadow Shield, Lunala is still a very bulky Pokemon. So we should be good. We should be good. Although we got like really hacked out with the double Heat Wave miss. I mean, I hope it showed a bit how threatening Yveltal can be. Like it would have killed the Zash and it would have been full life. But we got unlucky. Alright, so we get Parrot, which might be an issue actually. I actually forgot about that. Alright, so it switches back to Yveltal, and then alright, so yeah. So if we don't get flinched, I think we survive, and we should be able to kill. Actually, it depends. If it kills us, I assume it's gonna be like a bandit set. Okay, a bit unfair, but this is kind of like revenge for the double heat wave miss, I guess. But I think, alright, GG. I think we won if it was bandit, because Marshadow outspeeds and we could have just used close combat. And I assume we killed Groudon. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe we'll have the occasion to see. But the Groudon doesn't seem really offensive. I don't think it would have killed us, so I just could have used bulk up. Alright, so we're paralyzed, and okay, Precipice Blades, and we're even faster, even with the para because of the Scarf. Okay, great. So yeah. So as you can see, the team is really reliant on Lunala and Marshadow to clean. It might be seen as a weakness, but for now, so obviously I'm really not sure about how good this is in Gen 8. I mean, Gen 7 was really cool, but for now, like, I'm really having fun with the team. I'll put the link to the team in the description if you guys want to try it out. Don't hesitate to tell me if you would like what Pokemon would you swap out and what you would put in instead, and what arrangements you want to suggest for the team. I would be glad to hear all of this feedback. So yeah, let's just try another game just to showcase the team a bit more. Alright, so our opponent uses the okay the infamous trio of Gen 8 with the Calyrex, the Zacian, and the Regieleki. So this guy's full on try hard mode, trying to win, trying to climb up these ranks. So he's probably gonna start with Shuckle, so I guess we lead Necrozma. Never hurts. And we use Sunset Strike, which 2-hit KOs. He might want to start with... Okay, he uses Anchor, which is really good. And I assume he's going to switch out to... I don't know, maybe Ditto. But I think Sunset Strike is the safe option. Okay, great. Oh, so he didn't even put the entry hazards, which is really nice. And so he has the Calyrex. So this is where having these two is gonna prove really useful, but it's really unsafe to directly switch into them. So I think we're gonna go to Yveltal because it doesn't get to hit KO'd, except if this is Specs. Wow, did a big chunk of damage. So yeah, I think Dynamax is the safe play, and then using Max Darkness, so it goes to the Zacian, and I actually played this really poorly, since now it's even faster than me. Wow. Maybe Max Airstream first would have been would have been better. Okay, so big misplay on my part. Fortunately for us, we got the Necrozma to come and handle the Zacian, and I think at this range, Earthquake kills, so we can afford to use Stealth Rock. So he goes to Regieleki, and we have the dedicated Regieleki check with the Giratina, resists everything, and we can start yeah, spreading status. Nothing can come on the toxic. Well, except if you get paralyzed, and now this huge ass threat is back here. But I think now Shadow sneaks a kill. Um, but I mean, everyone's faster here than Yveltal, so although I really want to showcase it, I don't think keeping it alive is the best line of play. So I think I'm just gonna sack it and go back to the Marshadow, and then since we have the Sash, we can go for a Spectral Thief, which is gonna hit everybody that wants to come in very hard. Yeah, so this is not taking it. And so he goes back to the Zacian. We can still benefit from the Scarf of Marshadow. I'm sorry, from the Sash of Marshadow. So we're gonna switch back to the Crozma. And even with the Sword Stance, we're not really threatened for now. We can just go for an Earthquake, and we get rid of the Zacian. So the crit didn't matter here. Like, it's a Crozma, it has 350 base attack even without any investment. And so I think we're just gonna let the Necrozma die. Okay, so it chooses Dynamax and tries to predict by going with for Max Mindstorm. Yeah, okay, not a problem. And now, yeah, now I think we're good because Spectral Thief obviously kills and nothing can come in. Psychic Terrain might actually be a bit of an issue because of priority, so we can't use Shadow Sneak now. So yeah, his Zero is now definitely faster. I hope it's not gonna be too much of a problem. So, so let's see. What would be maybe sacking Giratina is the best thing to do. So I choose Spectral Thief. So this is good because, so let's use Hex. This is good because when the Psychic Terrain ends, we can go for the, what's it called? Shadow Sneak. So this is good. This is good. So he switches back to his own Marshadow, takes a lot of damage. We could just go for another Hex, except if it has to kill us. Or else we're just gonna win. So yeah, it has to use Spectral Thief, and I think actually the safest play would be to go to Lunala because it can take the Shadow Shield thanks to the Shadow Shield. So I think we just go for the Moonguy's Beam. Yes, and now if it wants to go to its own Ditto, yeah, it doesn't have the shield, and we could just Moonguy's Beam. We win the tie. I'm not even sure if it would have killed, and we win this game. All right, great. So yeah, this is the team. It's I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So we couldn't showcase Kyogre a lot, but I mean sometimes it can prove to be really clutch in some situations. So yeah, you can try the team. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't hesitate to leave some feedback. If you liked the video, you can like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.